Hi everyone, I'm doing it for 5th grade. It's called Poverty and Hunger World. And I originally created this unit, but I decided to take resources and things that we learned in this class and kind of redo it. So here is the outline for the unit. And I have the standard social studies, literacy, and technology. And basically, students are going to develop a greater awareness of the causes and the devastating impact poverty and hunger have on people's lives. They will understand to respect others through exposure to a way of life different from their own. They'll be introduced to the hunger and poverty that exist in India specifically, and they will gain awareness of ways they can help eradicate poverty and hunger. So this is the unit that I did, and I did the sequence of lessons. This is a total of 9 lessons. And students, what they'll be doing is they'll be creating a KWL chart of what they know, want to learn, and what they have learned about poverty and hunger. It's also going to connect to literacy standards. If you see here that they'll be reading a book and comparing their lives to a homeless woman's life. And then they're going to be investigating India. And I created an Animoto video that I will show in a minute about poverty and hunger that exists in India and why. So students are going to be put into groups and they must pick a place to do research on, and they're going to do a culminating project about it. So when we're looking at this Animoto video, we're going to have a class discussion about how would you change the video, what could you add to yours, what are the important parts to add to each video. So we're going to have a class discussion on that. Then students are going to be using a whiteboard. So they're going to be put into groups for their projects, and they will be introduced to whiteboard. And I'm first going to put it up on the smartboard or projector, depending what's in my classroom, for them to kind of get a feel for the whiteboard and model how to use it. And then I'll send out emails to the groups for them to use it to come up with ideas for their country. And they'll be given time in class to use whiteboard, some time in the library, and they're also asked to work on this at home. Then we're going to Skype with other social studies teachers in different districts to ask how they are addressing the issue of poverty and hunger. And, of course, it's not just in India, but also all over the world. So what are your students doing to help? What can we do to help? And this is something that I would research, and I would find out what social studies teachers are actually addressing this topic, and if we could Skype with them. Lesson 6, practical ways of helping, just brainstorming how they could help. And lesson 7 is an introduction to their culminating project. So they're going to reflect on their KWL chart and start writing what they've been learning. And we're going to have a discussion about the ways that they could help the people in their choice of country, and what could we do as a class. So their culminating project, they're going to either write an email or do a Glogster poster to their mayor explaining what they have learned about their country and the ways they want to help others living in poverty and hunger. So they'll begin collecting ideas they wish to include in their letter to their mayor that will help him or her better understand hunger and poverty around the world. And then their rough draft, they will be asked to type up their letters and share them on Google Docs. And, if students are doing Glogster poster, they could first kind of write down all the things that they want to include on that on a Google Doc, and then they will be peer editing with each other. And, I have to have approval from all peer feedback. I will be monitoring it, and, I will definitely provide feedback as well. And then lesson 9 is a letter reading. So parents, family members, faculty members, and the principal will be welcomed into the classroom to hear students read their letters aloud. They'll practice in partners beforehand, and I will put it up on the smartboard or projector for everyone to see. And if other classes would like to Skype, we could also do that as well. And these are just the resources. We're going to use Skype, internet resources for them to research. And here are 2 sites. These are about India that I would provide for the students. Whiteboard, they're going to be engaging in Whiteboard, and then Animoto and Glogster. So they could definitely use this. And what I've done is at the top of this, it says click here to check out my website. So when you click here, you will be brought to my website. And this is taking a little longer. There it is. Oops. And here it is. Okay, so I've created this wiki space for students to engage and look at home, and it says welcome to Miss McKenna Poverty and Hunger in India project page. And this is specifically India, but because this is what I did this country for students to kind of use this as a model. So this is just the home page, just explaining what we're doing. And parents and other community members can also view this page, which would be awesome to share with other classes, and of course family members to see what we're doing at home. So then over here you'd click to Animoto, and this is the video that I created, and I want to put on here so that everyone could look. And also what's great about Wikispaces is that there is a discussion section down here. And it says, how would you change the video? What could you add to yours? What are the important parts to edit each video? Post your comments by pressing edit and clicking on discussion area, and that would be up here. And you can add your own topic, or you can comment on someone else's, which is great for interaction, communication. So I will show you the clip. I'll just show you it really quickly. But what's also great about Animoto is that you put up the different pictures and music that you want, and you can make it slow down so they don't rush through all of your slides. And this is now 2 minutes as opposed to it began at 30 seconds, I think. So it's really great. And while this is loading, and students also could choose to do an Animoto video to present to the class if they'd like. And now this, what I took that, these slides were from the PowerPoint presentation that I did in my other class when I did this project, but now I'm taking PowerPoint and making it more interactive and engaging by using an Animoto video. So I thought that this was also a great way to show students how you could just take something and kind of make it come alive by using a video such as this. And I think the music really adds to it. It's kind of like a slow music that's kind of, a depressing topic. But these are just this is a little bit of what I have on here. If you want to check out the site, it is, I'll move this down here, mckennaelearning.wikispaces.com, so you can just go there. And the next one is the culminating project. And this just gives instructions to students, their resources, links to what they could use, and that I could post the posters and anything they've done on this website. So everyone, anyone in the community, parents, whoever can't attend the live session can watch it here. And then this is our KWL chart that I'm going to be updating when we come up with a class, K for what we know, W for what we want to know, and L for what we've learned. So they can use this as a guide. And then this is We Can Help Too. Here are some ways as to how we can help end poverty and hunger. So we will be discussing in class other ways to help, and we could keep adding this to the Wikispaces. So here's something students can click on. Here is, you could click on this link, and here's a little introduction YouTube video. And then the last one, I have the whiteboard. So I just kind of show students what the whiteboard looks like. Here's a link to it, and each group will have their own whiteboard for discussion. So I think this is a really great interactive unit for students to, collaborate with groups, communicate, and really discuss things that are happening in the real world. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.